It is my great pleasure to introduce our overseas guest, the Reverend Patrick Thegu Mutahi from the Presbyterian Church of East Africa. This is the long-standing partner of the Presbyterian Church in Canada. The Reverend Patrick Thegu Mutahi is the Deputy Secretary General of the Presbyterian Church of East Africa. I first met him at a consultation on human sexuality held in Ghana. We were put on a panel together. This was in 2013. There is perhaps a little of God's humor that the first trip to Canada of a pastor from the Presbyterian Church of East Africa is participating in a similar discussion. We can see from this that such discussions are happening around the world. Reverend Mutahi, in his capacity as the Deputy Secretary General, he serves as the Secretary of the Church's Health Board, and has done so for the past 3 years. He has worked, therefore, with Dr. Richard Allen, whose tribute we just read. Reverend Mutahi attended Dr. Allen's first pastor's training course on HIV/AIDS in the year 2000. Since that time, and in his capacity as a presbytery clerk, he has been involved in selecting individuals to be trained as a trainer of trainers for those with HIV and AIDS courses. He has attended as chief guest the graduation of pastors from the HIV and AIDS courses since 2012. The Constitution of the Presbyterian Church of East Africa states that, in addition to preaching the word and the administration of religious ordinances, has been entrusted with a ministry, not only to the souls of people, but also to their bodies and minds, by following the example of its master. Many people consider the PCEA HIV/AIDS policy as drafted by Dr. Allen and rigorously promoted by Reverend Mutahi as the most progressive of any church in Africa. Thegu Mutahi is a real pastor. When stranded in the Amsterdam airport for 30 hours en route here, we were glad he got a visa, but did not anticipate this, we were emailing back and forth. And after his expression of initial disappointment, he took it in his stride as an opportunity to comfort his congregation of tired fellow travelers sleeping on benches around that airport. No doubt he was a blessing to them. Moderator, I am very pleased to present Reverend Thegu Mutahi as our guest from the Presbyterian Church of East Africa.
Welcome. It's good to have you on the ground. Thank you. Thank you. Would you like to address, please?
I'm humbled this evening to be addressing the General Assembly of the Presbyterian Church in Canada. This is my first visit over here, and I will live to tell about this visit, particularly after what my sister talked about getting stranded at Amsterdam, an airport I have been to several times, but things just went wrong this time. But it was an opportunity to be a chaplain of the stranded. The Presbyterian Church of East Africa sends greetings to you and gratitude because of the partnership that has existed between the two churches. In the past, we have received missionaries from here. Ian and Catherine Clark served with us. The late George Loom also served with us. And lately, Dr. Richard Allen, who, as you have heard, has made a milestone in terms of HIV and AIDS. He came at a time when 600 people were dying daily out of HIV and AIDS. As already mentioned, HIV and AIDS was treated as a mysterious disease that came as a result of sin, that came as a result of witchcraft, that came as a result of generational curses. So it took a lot of boldness for Dr. Richard Allen and others to work together and start a program that demystified HIV and AIDS. PCEA is a growing church, as already mentioned, because it traverses the countries of Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. It is made up of 54 presbyteries and over 2,300 congregations and counting. And therefore, any program, any project undertaken within PCA reaches very many hamlets, very many villages. And this is what this program by Dr. Richard Allen was able to do. So we feel greatly indebted to the Presbyterian Church in Canada, much as we are sad that Dr. Allen is retiring. Last year, but one, we made a request to the church that Dr. Allen stays on, and we are glad that you granted our request. We were almost making another request, but we were reminded that we committed ourselves not to make another request. We still believe that there is much to be done, and we look forward to a partnership with the Presbyterian Church in Canada in the days ahead. We invite you to come and visit us. There are many issues facing our country today, and one of the greatest issues facing our country today is insecurity. We have been under very heavy attack of a group called Al-Shabaab, and as late as April, they massacred 148 university students in a place called Garissa in Kenya, and many other violence that they have perpetrated against our people. Therefore, we need your prayers. We need your support. We believe that Dr. Richard Allen should not be the last of you people coming to partner with us. We look forward to many more opportunities of partnering, because there are so many areas that we can interact, many areas where you can learn from us, particularly church growth. One of the challenges that we have is that we are not able to train enough ministers to meet the needs of our parishes, because parishes just come up, congregations just come up. Before we have trained ministers, many more congregations just come up. This is within Kenya, this is within Tanzania, this is within Uganda. Therefore, I believe there is much we can learn from one another. So we look forward to this partnership getting even into higher levels. Dr. Allen, Kenya is still your home. You are still welcome anytime, anywhere. Come and visit us, and the rest of you too. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Thank you so much.
So much for the
We so appreciate you taking the time to come here and to do your ministry en route. And also thank you for all of the labor that you do in your own country. And Rick, I'm going to ask you if you come up for the photo op and join us for this. And we just want you to accept this gift as a token of our appreciation for you being with us. And we promise we'll come to visit.
welcome.